Good afternoon, geometry guys. It's Mr. Jeffries in my 6th period. Okay, not 7th. Don't forget, hit like and subscribe at the bell. All right, so also if you missed the test on Friday or didn't finish, be ready to take it tomorrow. All right, congruent segments or segments have the same measures. Congruent angles or angles that have the same measures. Congruent polygons have the same segments and same angles. If you did not see the third sentence coming after seeing the first two, you're probably, about as sharp as a doorknob. Now, so former definition is that there's two polygons are congruent if and only if all their corresponding parts are congruent. Okay, that's kind of like, I knew these twins, they're identical twins. They each had their brother listed in their phone contact as spare parts because they looked exactly the same. Okay, so they're like, oh, if I lose an arm, I can just take my brother's. Wow, okay. So, wow, that didn't land. All right. Womp womp. Now, all right, so we always list the corresponding vertices in order. So on this one right here, what angle is congruent with angle A? E. Okay. The fact that this is an honors class and it was a lot of dead air and silence right there had me worried. All right, angle B is congruent to angle F. All right, and that would mean C is with D. All right. Now, the only reason that we're happening to be doing this with the angles is just to get used to saying that they're together. All right, so B was F and D and E, so 50. I mean about $50. About 350. And then this would be triangle D, E, F. All right. So, again, this lesson is kind of like some of y'all's attention span. It's really short, but, we'll have probably practice tomorrow, check on learning, stuff on Wednesday, practice Wednesday. Friday, you're going to have a quiz, which is it's just a daily grade, but it's going to have all this stuff on it. It's going to be open notes. Okay? Now, some of y'all are like, oh, what are notes? All right. Now, personally to me, I don't like sitting here listing everything out. I actually like drawing it. I'm very visual. Okay? So I'm going to draw these two triangles. All right. Well, angle A corresponds to angle X. So, whoop. Angle B corresponds to angle Y. And angle C and Z, and I forgot to do the arcs. Now, that's just the angles. What about the line segments? What line segment is congruent to AB? XY. What about BC? YZ. And then this should not be a surprise. It's this right here. Okay? Now, I would rather have you do this than actually like list. Like, angle A is congruent to angle. Well, that's not even how you spell it, how you do it. Angle X. Okay? That's annoying to me. Both listening it and the voice. Now, all right. Example 3. Do we have enough information to say the two triangles are congruent? Now, way back when we had to watch for the velociraptors as we went to school when I had geometry, that it's because he's old. Now, no, I'm old.
It was funny.
It was funny. I'm hilarious. Now, so I could not see these triangles together. I had the hardest time. Okay? I know some of y'all like that's silly. Well, that's just the way my brain works. Okay? So I would have to separate them like this. And then X is here, and X is here. And this is V, and this is Y. This goes here, this goes here. This goes here, this goes here. And then forward, and tree, and tree. Now, I would actually have to separate those. Okay, again, that's just me. So I could see it. Now, these two angles are congruent. What do we know about the other two angles? What do we know about W and Z? Okay, they are also congruent, but why are they also congruent? Right angles. All right angles are congruent, okay? So check that box. Now, before we took this apart, we had this angle right here. Well, these two are congruent because in the original drawing, what are these type of angles right here? Vertical. Okay. So that means, so now we have three angles congruent. Well, wouldn't the side that measures 4 be congruent with the side that also measures 4? Yeah. And tree and tree. Okay. So I know some of y'all are like, that was very simplistic. Sometimes you have to step it out like that. Okay. So this would be XWV is congruent to triangle XZY. All right. Bless you. So that is kind of what we're looking at. By the way, I try to actually, with the seating, I always still try to make sure that everybody has a way to see one or both of the screens. So, yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Example 4. The third angles theorem. Basically, this is what it says. It says if you have two triangles and these two are congruent and these two are congruent, that means that these other two are congruent. All right. Now, how can we find the measure of angle Q or angle T? Yes. Oh, thank you. Yeah. You would not believe how long I had to wait for somebody to say that earlier today. All right, so this would be 180 minus 55 plus 65. And this would be 60 degrees. Wow. All right. That's where we're going to stop the lesson today because the in-class audience is actually going to do the last two problems on their own. Yep. Don't forget, hit like, subscribe, with the bell. Good stuff, good things. Roll Tide.